Six-pack city.
You get a 2-pack first, sir.
What's your...
I don't have. Wait, we're on episode 5. We're on.
You don't have
I
what?
messed up last week. It is episode 3. We're on up.
I noticed.
Remember that?
Yeah, I noticed. I caught.
No one commented.
Yeah.
Out of our 30 views, no one commented.
I know,
so
I'm disappointed.
it's either a really good thing or a really bad thing. But I don't have a goal for like the challenge. Like I go back and forth. I was talking to Julie about that. Is like I gotta focus more performance-based nutrition. Right. End of the day, you can balance off like looking good and having like a lean, body fat and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I gotta focus more performance. Then the back aspect of it would be keeping really good lean muscle mass. Again, I'm still gonna be strong. I'm still gonna have that aspect. If I want to get down to like 8% body fat, I gotta be. It'll be fun to play around with though.
Yeah.
I feel like I gotta eat way cleaner but eat a lot more food. I'm burning a shit ton of calories.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So do I. Yeah.
How many calories are you on for this challenge? 8-week challenge. People that don't know what's going on here.
I basically doubled it.
You doubled your calorie amount?
Doubled what the recommended calorie intake was. So all the guys in the challenge are doing around 1,900 a day. So I'm pulling in around like 35 to 4.
You're usually eating around 5, right?
I usually eat around 5 to 5,500 a day.
That's a good amount.
Yeah, but
Big guy.
I burn a lot, man. Got a lot of muscle mass. No, I mean my BMR is like 2450 roughly, right? Then you do a workout, and then you're on we're on our feet all day long, coaching, jumping into sets, demoing. Like I usually burn 6 in a day. Like I'll eat 5,000, 5,500, and I will either maintain or very gradually cut.
Yeah, but you're very careful what you eat. Like
I am. I have
you don't eat processed
fairly
shit.
immaculate diet. Yeah.
Immaculate.
Oh, I do, man. No dairy, no wheat, very minimal grains. It's basically a pegan diet.
Vegan
and protein.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So is there like eat a lot of healthy fats? Like you can keep a good.
Yeah.
I mean, so you're kind of like paleo, just.
Yeah, it's very similar to paleo. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I eat a little bit. I do eat some grains though. Where with paleo, they don't typically eat grains.
The grains weren't around back in the days. People weren't eating grains. Like what's going on with that?
No, the paleo diet is not like they.
Like it's a good baseline.
It is. It's a great diet. It's a great diet. I would argue that it's not necessarily the best athletic performance diet. Like if you're a pro athlete, you're probably not gonna thrive necessarily off paleo.
Yeah.
But no, do I like our ancestors? There's enough research and science to understand that our ancestors didn't necessarily eat that way. I think it's just a name. It's just a name they give it. Yeah.
Maybe.
It's
probably generally close to it. Right?
Yeah.
100 gallons, you're picking up berries, eating meat. And
yeah, they definitely ate grains, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, without a doubt.
100%.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm sure after 8 weeks we'll both be performing high levels.
Sure.
2 athletes.
Athletes.
We'll figure it out.
Like Sonic.
Yeah, we're talking about this bad boy.
Sonic.
I saw this shirt and I saw a Donkey Kong shirt.
How'd it go with Donkey Kong?
Yeah, it is louder.
What? Yeah.
It was a loud shirt.
Yeah.
A lot of big
busy.
words. Very busy.
401 at 5 o'clock type thing?
Yeah. 401 at 5:30, bro.
5:30?
5:30. There's a lot. So Sonic,
Sir, your shirt looks like the 401 at 5:30.
That means it's highly aggressive and offensive. Take that off immediately. But Sonic was good, man. I vibe with Sonic.
Yeah.
It's go-getter.
Spent a lot of time with Sonic as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great games. Funny that I don't know, like are there characters nowadays that kind of not replicate, but have that same bond with the kids of today? I feel like it has to be like Donkey Kong, Mario, Sonic.
Yeah, the video games are much more one-dimensional though when we were a kid.
Yeah.
Right? Like you had these one characters. Nowadays
it's all just
fuck, man. Like I've seen video games and I don't even attempt to play them anymore. I just look at them.
They look cool.
They look cool. They look so complicated.
Yeah,
like
it's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Then you got virtual reality and you got
This
team
whole
player
world.
stuff.
Like you have guys now that literally have chairs that are video game chairs.
Yeah.
Like there's speakers in the chairs vibrate.
Yeah.
They sit with their headphones or their headset on and they play online against other people in their video
Which
game
is a good escape. I'm not hating on it. It's aggressive. Like my brother, he has some Saturdays. That's his relaxation. He likes to play Halo and all that kind of stuff.
That's
and
cool. Is he married?
Yeah.
How's he get away with that shit? Like, I just seriously. Does he have kids?
No.
Like, wait.
He's very simple guy.
You can't have kids and play video games. No. And if you have kids and you find time to play video games, good on you. But like
I tell him,
I don't know,
man. Like I say, man, like if you can manage that and get everything else done, like again, it's worked out for him. Like the house is paid off from some back stuff. So it's just he doesn't have a lot a lot of overhead that way, right?
Yeah,
so
good for him. All the power.
And I say, whatever you're doing, if you're not bitching about your situation, do whatever the hell you want. You're not harming somebody else, and you're not doing anything that's
whatever makes you happy, man.
Do what makes you happy, you know. And
but like, there's a lot of people that get fucking wrapped up in this shit, man. It becomes like their lifestyle, and they just play video.
But they don't know how to socialize. They don't know how to communicate with people, and like they're very virtual based, and like it affects their soft skills, right?
Yeah.
They don't know how to.
It's their companionship. It is. It's their companionship.
But they have these idiots that argue like, oh no, he's super social. He's talking to Jim in fucking Jamaica, and he's talking to Sven in Sweden.
Yeah. No.
You're like, no.
You're a fucking loser.
Yeah, if you met these people in real life, you shit
like,
your pants probably.
Yeah.
You know? It's a different game, right?
Get out of the house and live, man. You know, do something. Don't spend your, like, I don't know. Like
for those people that are just like,
if that's your thing, that's your thing, and you can dedicate. I think it's important to dedicate a certain amount of your week to anything that you enjoy.
Hell yeah, absolutely,
absolutely. So if that's video games, but don't let it compromise your social integrity or the fact that you are getting out into the world and fucking living. Experience nature. Go for a walk, dude. I don't know, but like
people they don't understand.
Sit in a chair and play video. Like you're just making yourself fucking dumb. You're not learning anything by it.
No.
You're not gaining anything by it, other than the fact that you're becoming entertained. But you're not there's nothing.
Just don't let that be the thing that prioritizes over healthy habits like going out for a walk and exercising and eating well and that kind of stuff.
Absolutely,
right? Like you make that part of your life.
Absolutely,
in a respectable portion.
You're not making progress towards anything by playing video games. Nothing. Maybe
in terms of like you're escaping, it's like reading like a fictional book and some, you're kind of like in that escape.
Yeah, and everybody needs that. Right? Everybody needs that. Yeah, but you're not. Even if you're reading a book, though, you're learning.
Yeah,
you're learning something.
Yeah.
The video. What do you
Potter.
learn?
So you read Harry Potter.
Yeah.
You're not learning anything about Harry Potter. You're reading. You're escaping into a fictional, mysterious world.
No, but it's an academic stimuli,
absolutely.
Right? Like
I'm all about
where I would argue that I don't know the research behind this, but I can't imagine that being shit hot at Call of Duty is going to make you a smarter individual.
No,
like it's if anything, it's just gonna.
That's where the balance comes in. Right?
Absolutely.
And I used to be a massive advocate where I was like, no man, like that's the way to do it. The lifestyle is to educate yourself, and I still am. I'm massively into that. Obviously, like you and I are both. That's what we do in life.
Yeah.
But I've tried taking the backseat where I'm like, well, if someone's happy doing that and they're not bitching about their scenario, I'm like, you know what? Do you? Because we're only talking to people that are, harming themselves in the long term, and maybe they are. Maybe they don't realize that right now. But I feel like a lot of people, they miss out on like what nature will do for them. Going out into the world and exercising, and moving your body, having some sunlight and vitamin D on you.
Absolutely.
And being in a social, productive, fulfilling, challenging environment, like that stuff is incredibly healthy for you. Not only in the moment, but you got to tie that into long-term fulfillment as well. And that's the thing that carries on. People don't get. They're like, yeah, but I get this more fulfillment from just playing a video game or watching TV or doing some other bullshit, right? It's like, yeah, I get that in that moment, but let's like look at the bigger picture here, not just in this 2-hour window.
Yeah.
But how do you feel tomorrow? Do you feel more productive tomorrow? Do you feel less productive? Are you lethargic? Are you excited? Like, where are you in that realm? Are you a 5 out of 10 tomorrow? Or are you an 8 out of 10 because you went on that hike? So, like, analyze, be self-aware, like, self-audit yourself continuously on your activity and see how that takes place tomorrow.
Yeah.
And tie it in.
I too, yeah. Yeah, I'm a big advocate of community. Like, and I'm not necessarily talking about your, immediate residential community. I'm talking about getting involved in communities of people who are like-minded, who share similar interests.
Yeah.
And I think that allows a greater amount of fulfillment in your life than most people realize. It's, like we're here at F45 Ancaster, right? That is... Yes, people like to work out. They love the workout. That's fine. But a massive part of that...
wall, man. We're not here.
What's that? We're not here.
We're at our podcast studio.
Studio in the office of
F45 Handcast.
Hollywood Studios North. No, but part of the reason why people love it is the community feel, the community environment. It's like, going to the running room and people join these running clubs. You can go out and run on your own, but it's so much more fun to run with other people. Even if you're not a good runner, there's somebody else at the back of the pack running with you, and you meet other like-minded people. You're inspired by other people. Mm-hmm. I had a conversation with a member who came in yesterday who wanted to quit, right? We're 5 days into the challenge right now. It's tough. Especially if you're going through the detox process that a lot of these people are, where you're getting rid of dairy and wheat and most grains and sugar and coffee and alcohol. And you're going to feel like shit. Yeah. If your diet is bad enough, you are going to feel like shit. And he was asking me, like, what should motivate me? Like, why? And it was a tough question to ask. Like, what do I, like, how do I get motivated? And you're trying to tell somebody else what they should be motivated by. And especially as somebody, like yourself, like me, you're very self-motivated too, especially when it comes to your workouts, your own physical well-being. Mm-hmm. It was hard, and I just, but I tried to insist on that community appeal and talking to other members in here, because everybody has a story. The more people you talk to, like, it's a very lonely thing to do, to go on a weight loss journey, for example. Yeah. To be somebody who has to lose 100 pounds, 150 pounds, that can feel very demotivating. It can feel very lonely. It can feel like when you walk into a gym and you see other people who are more physically fit than you, that you don't belong there. Mm-hmm. But the reality of it is that every single person in that gym has a story. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting. We have people who've spent, time in the military, for example. We've had people who have we've had coaches who've overcome weight loss journeys. Yeah. We've had people who've had, cancer that they've overcome at a young age, being diagnosed with very serious cancer in your early 20s. Remarkable thing. Yeah. Like, I'm inspired by that.
Absolutely.
For me, even I had fucking heart surgery when I was 31 years old. Yeah. That was a devastating moment in my life when I realized that for the first time in my adult life, and even being an athlete and somebody who took care of their, physical body, like, why is this happening to me? Mm-hmm. There was that, that period where I was like, I can't believe that I'm the one that this is happening to. Yeah. I've spent most of my life trying to be physically fit. Why the fuck am I the one that's going to be having heart surgery now? And how does this happen to me and not the dude over there who's 100 pounds? And I almost became resentful. Mm-hmm. Right? But then, you talk to enough people and you realize that most people have a pretty interesting story. Yeah. And if you allow yourself to be motivated by other individuals and the shit that they've overcome, it's a pretty powerful thing. It's kind of like what we were talking about last week when we mentioned Jordan Peterson and just, listening to other people. Yeah. Just assuming that everybody you talk to might have a piece of knowledge, might possess wisdom that you don't. No matter how fucking smart you think you are, you can learn from somebody who has a lot less academic intelligence or experience than you do, because they have different world experience than you do. There's always something you can learn from someone else. Right?
Everyone's got a different story, different perspective on life. That you're like, and again, you might hear the same story in a different way, and that might connect with you.
Absolutely.
Kind And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that one or two things that like really connect with your story that seems relatable. So you're like, all right, man, they've kind of technically walked in my shoes before. Yeah. Right? And that's motivating, because now there's like a path of like to create success, fulfillment for yourself. It doesn't look, like you said, as lonely as demotivating, because you're like, well, it's been done. By this individual and that individual. And someone had it way worse than me. So you could be like 50 pounds, I gotta lose 50 pounds, but then John next door lost 100 pounds.
120, yeah,
and
whatever.
He looks great now, and he feels great, and his life is better, his quality of life, and quality of well-being is awesome. Yeah. Like, well, that's what I want. It's there for the taking, and that's why, we could talk about today, which we're gonna, which we still got some time, we got some bangers, is embracing uncomfortable and difficult situations and scenarios. Yeah. Right? I think that's something people get, it's that pain versus pleasure mindset, right? That we literally, anytime we feel pain or fear or uncertainty, we typically run from it, right? It's that fight or flight kind of knowledge. Yep. And a lot of people, like, we're so used to and programmed to, like, stay away from those feelings and those characteristics. But in reality, and like, I think Friedrich Nietzsche said it really well. He's like, you can't really experience true pleasure without experiencing pain first. Because you don't know what pleasure feels like if you haven't been in a scenario that's been extremely painful and challenging,
Absolutely.
that you get to see that perspective of a 1 from a 10 rather than being in that like 4 to 5 time frame all the time, or
Absolutely.
3 to 5. Like, you don't understand the pleasure and the highs you can hit.
Yep. The athletic example would be like that great Wayne Gretzky story, right? Where Wayne Gretzky comes into the NHL, he's a fucking phenom, he's the best player in the world. I think it was his first year in the league, they make it to the Stanley Cup final and they lose to the New York Islanders, right? That was in the days where the Islanders had their dynasty, right? And Gretzky's walking out and he sees into the Islanders dressing room. And he said in the Oilers dressing room that, it was just kind of, it was light, no one was hurt, no one was injured, and he walks by the Islanders dressing room and he looks in and he sees all the Islanders who are, not celebrating yet, and they're covered in ice packs and everybody's beaten up and broken. And he says, he said publicly that was when I realized that I didn't know how to win. We didn't know how to win. And I didn't know how to win until I knew how to lose. Until I knew what it was like to lose and saw what it took to win. And then, 4 or 5 Stanley Cups in the next 5-6 years, something like that. But yeah, it's always a story that I've thought about over the years. It's incredible, athletically inspirational story.
Absolutely.
Anyway, it's really cool, and it's a valuable life lesson, right? It's like we say in here to people all the time. It's more an immediate thing. But when we tell people, don't be afraid to fail at something.
You want to.
Absolutely.
It's a lot more pleasurable to experience that kind of like up and down and like hit those highs, right? It's always static. If someone said like, tomorrow you can have the body you want, you're like, that's fantastic. Tomorrow, okay, I'll take that pill and it'll be great.
Yeah.
But you won't really feel, it's like, you won't feel as great without the process behind it.
Right.
The process, people really need to understand and adopt and adapt that the process is what gives you that pleasure and that fulfillment, because now it's you connecting the dots and overcoming something very
having
difficult.
To work for something.
And people don't want to, or they're like they don't understand. Like, they think that the end result is it. It's like, well, that's an aspect of it, but you hear a lot of times, right? People get to that end and they're like, okay, what now?
Yeah, embrace the journey of it.
Yeah.
Like we live in I think part of it's how we live, though. Like, we do live in a time, it's probably the greatest time in human history to be alive, honestly. But we live in a time that it is driven by immediate self-gratification. It is so fucking easy to do everything now. To communicate with people. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to talk to them on the phone. There's 7 different ways that you can communicate on your phone, and we don't even use it as a fucking phone anymore.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody calls you, you almost pick it up. You're like, "What the fuck are you doing? Text me, WhatsApp me, Instagram me, email me, messenger me, but don't fucking call me, you lunatic! Like, I don't have time for this shit." Meanwhile, it takes
How'd you get my number?
Meanwhile, we're willing to go back and forth for 30 minutes in a text conversation.
Insane.
I hate texting, man.
Me too. Yeah.
I've told you that before. Like, if somebody has an issue with me, like, if one of our coaches needs to communicate with me, fucking call me. Don't send an email to me. Like, don't send an email. Like, when I was my last job, I'd get emails 40 a day, honestly, 40 a day. And I got to the point where I would not open them unless they were addressed to Matthew or Matt. If I saw my name at the top, like in the subject line, I would open it. If it just seemed like a generic email, fucking delete it. I wouldn't even open the shit. And then if I opened it and it was more than a paragraph, honest to God, I would just email back and say, "Too long, didn't read." And then that was it. And I'd send off, or I'd say, "Too long, please call." Because like, I am not sitting there for 15 minutes reading your motherfucking email when you could pick up a phone and call me. I don't get it. But then we have, things like Amazon. You can do your grocery shopping from your couch now. You call Amazon, you want a Star Wars figure and a fucking dildo, it's on your porch in 7 minutes. You got a warehouse
whoa. What's the website? Star Wars and?
I don't know. Or a Star Wars dildo. Little C-3PO. No, but you can order. Dangerous. You can order whatever. He's got a helmet. You can order whatever you want, and it's on your fucking.
I think a lightsaber would be better. That's a little bit.
I knew we were gonna keep going with this as soon as I said it. Like, this is a fucking rabbit hole.
What's the size we're talking here? So Amazon. But you're right. everybody is so fast to do things without actually putting effort or energy or attention into it. 4 years old.
There's a look on your face when I said it.
Yeah, it was aggressive. Took me back. I wasn't ready for that one. But, other podcasts I would have expected that one.
This one was serious. Didn't take a turn for the worse. No, but you know what I mean. Like you don't have to do. Like I feel like 50 years from now, no one's gonna leave their house.
No,
like
it's
no one's gonna leave their house.
It's gonna be bad. But everyone preaches like convenience. You get more done. Like I get that. But you're missing so many soft skills, which are the essence of fulfillment, man. Like, you look at all the blue zones in the world, right? It's the people that are, like, connecting with one another. They're getting out of the house. It's the constant movement throughout the day. The healthiest people, and the people that live to 100, which are those blue zones, they're the ones that have constant movement throughout the day, right? They're moving their body. They're doing, picking shit up, right? Throughout the day, they have to do stuff. They're walking, and they're just... embracing that aspect of nature and being out and socializing, connecting. And we, for some reason, it's like, oh, those people are living to 100 and they're extremely healthy, but I'm going to stick to my phone and stick to the convenient aspect. And again, I get the convenience behind it, but at the same time, I want to optimize my lifestyle. Yeah. I want to be as convenient as possible while being as fulfilled as possible. Yeah. I think people lose that connection, right?
A lot of it is just sheer fucking laziness, too, that has been programmed into us.
Absolutely.
Like you have... So I live maybe a 10-minute walk from a grocery store.
Yeah.
We walk all the time just to get the groceries. We'll load up one of the kids' strollers and we'll just push them back. Yeah. Right? Or I'll just carry the fucking grocery bags back. 90% of people, if you just said, hey, do you want to walk to the grocery store?
Oh, yeah.
Are you out of your mind?
Well, their gyms 2 minutes to drive. They won't run to the gym.
Yeah,
they won't walk to the gym.
It's just nuts. And you'd rather take... So, yes, it's going to take you maybe 20 minutes extra in travel time. And I understand if you got to run to the grocery store, you got company coming over, you got to go to work, whatever, you got to just get there and get back, fine, drive your fucking car. If it's on a Sunday and you got to go to the grocery store and you have the ability to walk or drive, fucking walk, man.
Understand.
Do something. Do something physical.
Yeah. It's good for you.
Or even people that are in the middle of a weight loss journey. How many times throughout your career with somebody, you work with somebody in a gym 2 days a week, they're like, I'm not losing weight at the rate that I thought. Well, what are you doing outside of here?
Yeah.
Well, nothing. I work out twice a week. Well, why don't you do something at home? What can I do at home?
People justify...
Are you kidding me?
They justify being uncomfortable for a few days a week. And it's that's not good enough, man. Every single day, challenge yourself
to
get
something
uncomfortable physically and mentally.
Do something physical.
It's not it's a lifestyle. It is what, again, we're not saying go run an ultra or go fucking do Olympic lifting tomorrow.
No.
But you're moving your body, you're stimulating your mind, you're stimulating your emotions, you're stimulating your body, and you're figuring out every single day you're doing something that requires you to be a kind of optimal you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Start with simple shit and go from there.
Yeah.
Years ago, so I was a hockey player growing up. When I retired from hockey, I got into Olympic lifting. One of the things that I was always really shit at in my younger years was pull-ups, for example. Terrible at them.
You doing?
I could do them. I can get halfway up now.
Use a couple bands.
But I couldn't, I could do them. I could probably bang out 7 or 8 at the time. But compared, this was in a day where I could clean and jerk 375 and I could only do 7 pull-ups, which is fucked up.
Yeah.
Right? But I never did them. We didn't train that way as a hockey player. You train on your feet. You didn't train hanging from bars. You never pulled anything down, right? You do pull-ups now and then or lat pull-downs, just for scapular stability, and that was literally the only purpose. Even in Olympic lifting, you're not pulling down, right? So I wasn't good at it.
A minute left.
And then I decided that I was going to get better at pull-ups. So I had a house at the time where I had a staircase that I could reach up and grab, and every time I walked up or down the stairs, I'd do 5 pull-ups.
Very cool. I love that.
Every time. Every single fucking time I'd grab onto it, do 5 pull-ups on the way up. Didn't matter how long I was up there, 5 pull-ups on the way down. Got really fucking good at pull-ups really quickly.
Yeah.
Right?
Who would have thought? Repetition.
It's so simple. A lot of it is so simple.
Yeah.
Right?
So and I think going off that, almost as a bro tip we can do for the last 40 seconds here, is, find small purposes, right? Don't just say, I'm going to go to the gym and, work out.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great that you're doing that, but find small victories every week or two to kind of go after. Hey, this weekend I want to bang out 5 pull-ups.
Yeah.
Throughout the day it can be even. If I can't do 1 or I can only do 1 right now, okay, maybe get 5 within the day.
Yeah.
Figure that out, or throughout your workout. Do things that are just challenging your status quo, or that kind of put you outside your comfort zone, make you nervous a little bit, that get you excited. If I were to accomplish that, I'd feel awesome about myself.
Yeah.
Find ways to do
Absolutely.
that.
You know what? Here's my bro tip for the day then.
Yeah.
Okay. If you like something physical that you're doing in the gym, it's because you're good at it.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, it's probably because you're shit at it. Not in every case, but in all likelihood, if you go into the gym and you're like, I'm not going to do that because I don't like it, it's because you fucking suck at it. It's because you're shit at it. And it's probably because you haven't practiced it enough or haven't dedicated enough time to it because you know you're bad at it. People like what they're good at.
Absolutely.
They gravitate to things in a physical environment that are comfortable, that are easier because they're good at them.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're in the gym and you're shying away from things because it's uncomfortable, you're never going to be the best version of yourself physically.
This is outside the gym.
It can translate into anything that you do.
You want to build resilience, man. This is what you want to do. You want to be the person that is resilient throughout your life, right?
Absolutely.
Personal life, and you can have tough conversations, and be resilient behind that and not break down.
Absolutely.
At work, you're resilient to feedback, and you're resilient to tough times and difficulties. Yep. These are the things that are going to translate to extreme wealth and happiness.
Yep.
But when you're not resilient, everything breaks you, and as soon as it's a challenging moment, like, you're going to go through life and have a really hard time, because you're going to come across challenging moments that are going to, the light at the end of the tunnel is phenomenal, but you're never going to get there because you're going to break down so soon as you have any sort of discomfort or adversity. But, like, those are things you need to embrace if you want that quality of life to be at an extreme high, which, again, like, you have one life to live. Why not actually try to pursue that and become the person that is resilient enough to make that quality of life a standard, an expectation, and a reality?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm by no means saying that I am perfect at it. I am, there's some days where I procrastinate on things that I fucking know damn well I should take care of something, and I don't do it because I don't want to do it. And it's not because I can't, it's not because I won't, it's simply because in that moment on that day, I don't fucking want to do it.
Yeah.
And it's not the right mindset. But I have to challenge myself every day to try and do the things that I don't like to do sometimes or be uncomfortable. And I think every adult does in certain ways, but I think the gym, physical fitness and challenging your body
30 seconds.
is a great base, though, to take what you do and translate it into your everyday life. Physical challenges are difficult. Things you do in the gym to challenge yourself, or you have somebody, a coach, challenging you, you're going to get to the point sometimes where you are so uncomfortable that you want to fucking quit. You're going to be questioning, we've talked about your races. How many times in a race did you want to fucking quit? You absolutely do, right? But you overcame that. And now, those minor day-to-day challenges where you're like, I got to do my taxes, but no, you fucking do them because you've overcome something 50 times more challenging mentally than what you're doing in that moment. And that can translate into every aspect of your life. Yeah. Whether it's marital, whether it's, parental, whether it's occupational, whether it's physical, whether it's illness.
It's a transferable skill set, right?
It's the mindset that we talk about. And again, by no means am I a master of it, but I try and
pretty damn close. We're getting there.
But I try and be aware of it in everything I do, and I try and get better at it in little pieces every single day. The physical part, got that. It's the mental aspect outside of here that is always a challenge in life.
One step at a time.
One step at a time. Challenge yourself.
That's good.
Yeah.
Love it. That's a good podcast.
That was...
We brought some fire on that one.
Boom.
Let's go.
Let's go, Coach.
Game over.